So you live abroad and you are wondering how to open a bank account in Panama. Let's breathe deeply. I promise. It didn't used to be this complicated. I apologize in advance to everybody. It's not our fault. The world has changed. But well, also it is not an impossible task. We have had friends and clients coming from abroad and saying, we're moving to Panama, we're renting in Panama, how do we open a bank account? And it's definitely a process. But it's better when you prepare yourself in advance and you know what to bring. And usually you'll need to bring things in original, and the more the better. There's simple things like a passport and a second ID. So bring a driver's license, something like that, bring photocopies, it's great. But there are certain things that you might need to ask in advance and bring them. For example, you need to bring 6 months of your bank statements and a letter of reference from your bank. That might be a little weird. In Panama, letters of reference are a thing, like everybody has to get one at least. It might be that your bank doesn't provide that service, so do call your officer, your bank officer, and say, hey, I need a letter of reference, can you give me one? In Panama, it's a very standard thing, so banks normally know what that format is, but in certain countries it might not be as normal. So one of the things that you absolutely need to do is bring a letter of reference. Hopefully from your bank, hopefully from the same bank account that you're showing your 6 months of bank statements. The other thing that they'll ask, and this is to establish the who are you, what is it that you do for a living, a little bit of due diligence on you, is bringing something that certifies what you do for a living. If you're an entrepreneur, then you might find that perhaps the website that you have up, perhaps a document stating what your company is. If you are a professional, let's say you're a lawyer, maybe the law firm you work in, maybe a job letter. So something that establishes what is it that you do for a living, your tax declarations, your 2 last years. It's just part of the due diligence for the bank to get to know you. Who are you? Speaking of due diligence, there's one thing that absolutely needs to happen in presence. In this day and age of Zoom and digital stuff, they need to actually sit down with you and have a face-to-face conversation, an interview. It might be 5 minutes, it might be 10, have fun, it will be 15 minutes. But they have to actually do it front to front. So that's one of the things that surprise our customers the most. Sometimes they come and they sign a purchase agreement or even a rental agreement, they go back to their countries and they're like, I don't have a bank account, I want to open it, may I hire a lawyer? And they come up with the fact that they actually need to come back in order to do the interview. So do know that that is a presential thing, not necessarily by Zoom, it's not a phone call, you actually have to be here. The other thing is they're going to make you sign all of their bank forms just like your passport. That's a thing in Panama. Whatever you came up in your passport, that is your signature here. I know it changes through time, but just know that legally it is the signature in Panama. Some clients find that surprising, but here that's how it is. And really in every card that they'll make you sign, make sure that it looks as close as possible to your signature. Otherwise, you'll spend there quite some time trying to remember how is it that you signed. But at the end of the day, it is far easier to open a bank account in Panama once you have something that they call arraigo. In Spanish, that is for almost like the roots, the reason of being in Panama. So if you're already moved, already rented a place, you are buying a property, you can present, for example, your purchase agreement, your rental contract, and that will show arraigo. If you don't have those things, then it's going to be a little difficult for you to open up a bank account. They will require some reason for you to be in Panama. Why are you opening this bank account? And you need to document that reason. So for those of you who are renting or buying, it's going to be easier, especially because you'll have already something to your name. Maybe it's a phone bill. like a cell phone bill to your name. So bring the cell phone bill with your name on it. Some of you perhaps are already in the process of a visa, of a residency card. Bring that process with you. They need to know why you're here, why you're opening the bank account, and to sustain that with documentation. So hopefully this helps. Hopefully this helps you prepare. Do bring everything, photocopy everything, make 2 or 3 packages, and just come with that mentality. I'm gonna go meet my banker, sit down and spend a whole afternoon just in this process. It's worth it. It will make your life easier here. Everything gets paid online. From Yapi to Ñeki, you'll find out about Christmas accounts and insurances. Our world opens up once you have this bank account here. It's definitely a process, but it's very well worth it. And if you like this video, subscribe and keep tuned to the next one.